morning students. Welcome to your biology class. Today we are going to discuss animal tissue. The discussion of animal tissue, we are going to start by taking two examples. First is muscle cells and second one is blood cells. When we breathe, we can feel the movement of our chest. For this, we have specialized cells called muscle cells. The contraction and relaxation of these cells result in movement. Blood flows and carries various substances from one part of the body to the other. It carries oxygen and food to all cells. It also collects waste from all parts of the body and carries them to liver and kidney for disposal. As we have taken here the two examples of the cells, first one is muscle cells. Muscle cells, as we are knowing, cells are forming the tissues, so we can say muscle tissues. So these muscle tissues are performing very important function for our body, that is the movement of our body. At the same time, blood cells forming the blood tissues, they are also performing the important function for our body, that is they are carrying the substances from one part of the body to another part. Similarly, there are certain other types of cells which are forming the tissues are present in the body of animals, and they are also performing very significant important functions. So animal tissues, as you can see here this term tissues means group of cells. So different types of cells forming the different types of tissues. So different type of tissues are present in the body of the animals. All the tissues are structurally different and functionally different. So on the basis of their structure and function, animal tissues can be categorized into four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissues, muscular tissues, and nerves tissues. Muscle cells are the examples of muscular tissues, and blood cells are the examples of connective tissues. What we do generally if we want to keep our things protected, we generally cover our things. We keep our things covered, and this cover can provide protection to our things. Similarly, in the body of the animals, so many organs are there which are functioning continuously. At the same time, so many cavities are there which requires protection. This protection is given to these organs and cavities by a special type of tissue which is present in the animal's body, that is epithelial tissues. The covering or protective tissues in the animal body are known as epithelial tissues. Epithelium covers most of the organs and cavities within the body. It also separates the different body systems for their proper functioning. Let us discuss about the epithelial tissues. What are tissues? Tissues means group of cells. So what type of cells are present in epithelial tissues? Cells which are present in epithelial tissues are tightly packed and continuous sheet of cells are found. You can see here in this picture, the cells are present here, and these cells, group of cells, are forming the tissues, epithelial tissues. So the cells of epithelial tissues are tightly packed without any intercellular space. At the same time, these cells are in continuation. There is no gap or intercellular space, as you can see here. So cells are tightly packed and continuous sheet of cells are present. This is one of the characteristic feature of epithelial cells. Now, these epithelial cells forming the epithelial tissues contain no blood cells. Blood cells are not present in the cells of epithelial tissues. Now, if blood cells are not present, then how these cells are getting nutrition? Because food and nutrition is provided by the blood cells only. So at the base of all the epithelial tissues, fibrous cells are present, which are called as fibrous basement membrane. These fibrous basement membrane are richly supplied with the blood vessels and they share their nutrition with these epithelial tissues. So in this way, the cells of epithelial tissues are getting their nutrition. So in all the cells, here also at the base, these fibrous basement membranes are present. So what are epithelial tissues? Epithelial tissues are protective tissues. Their function is to protect the body of the animals. Epithelium covers most of the organs and they also separate the different body system for their proper functioning. Now, where these epithelial tissues are present in the body of the animals? They are present in the skin, the lining of the mouth, the lining of blood vessels, lung, alveoli, kidney tubules, etc. Epithelial tissues can be categorized on the basis of these two factors: number of layer of cells and the shape of cells. If the number of layer is 1, only one layer of cells are present, those type of epithelial tissues are called as simple epithelium. And if the multiple layers are present, they are called as stratified epithelium. So simply on the basis of the number of layers of cells, we can say whether that tissue is simple epithelium or stratified epithelium. If one layer of cells are present, that is simple epithelium. If multiple layers are present, that is stratified epithelium. Second factor is the shape of the cells. There are different shapes of cells are also present of epithelial tissues. If the shape of cells are flat, they are of squamous type, they are squamous cells. And if the shape of cells are cube-like, they are cuboidal cells. And if the shape of the cells are column or pillar-like, they are columnar cells. Means all the squamous epithelial tissues are having flat cells. All the cuboidal epithelial tissues are having cube-like cells. And all the columnar epithelial tissues are having column or pillar-like cells. On the basis of the layers of cells and the shape of cells, epithelial tissues can be divided into three types: squamous epithelial tissues, cuboidal epithelial tissues, and columnar epithelial tissues. Squamous epithelial tissues where all the cells are flat, cuboidal epithelial tissues where all the cells are cube-like, and columnar epithelial tissues where all the cells are column-like or pillar-like. Let us discuss all these three types one by one. The first one is squamous epithelial tissues. Squamous means flat cells. If one layer of flat cells are present, they are called as simple squamous epithelial tissues, as here only one layer of cells are present. Here cells are extremely thin and flat with prominent nuclei. Cells are closely packed and form the delicate linings. These type of epithelial tissues, that is simple squamous epithelial tissues, are present in lung alveoli, lining of blood vessels, the esophagus and the lining of the mouth. Now, if these flat cells are present in multiple layers, and along with these flat cells may be certain other type of epithelial tissues also present, they are called as stratified squamous epithelial tissues. Here multiple layers are present, but the majority of the cells are of flat cells. Several other type of epithelial tissues may be present here. So these type of tissues are called as, where the multiple layers are present, stratified squamous epithelial tissues. They are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear. They are composed of several layers of same or different kinds of epithelial cells. And the example is skin. Skin is made up of multiple layers because the function of the skin is to protect our body. And if anything enters into our body, it needs to cross all these multiple layers of skin. Now the next one we are going to discuss about cuboidal epithelial tissues. As we are knowing that cuboidal means cube-like. So if the single layer of cube-like cells are formed, these are called as simple cuboidal epithelial tissues. Means only one layer of cuboidal epithelial tissues. They are called as simple cuboidal epithelial tissues. They are formed in the lining of the kidney tubules. If the two layers of cuboidal epithelial tissues are found, only two layers, not multiple layers. If two layers are formed, they are called as stratified cuboidal epithelial tissues. Two layers are to provide protection from damage and also provide mechanical support. And the examples are ducts, tubes of glands, salivary and sweat glands. Let us discuss about the third type of epithelial tissues, that is columnar epithelial tissue. Columnar means column or pillar-like. You can see here these cells are looking like columns or pillars. Their appearance is like column or pillars, and they are generally found in the inner lining of stomach and intestine. As we can see here, only one layer of columnar epithelial tissues are present here. Can we call these as simple columnar epithelial tissues? Yes, we can call this one as simple columnar epithelial tissues. Then one question may arise that like others, like cuboidal and squamous cells, these columnar epithelial tissues are also formed multi-layered? No. Columnar epithelial tissues are not found multi-layered, but sometimes their appearance looks like multi-layered due to the thickness of their cells. These type of tissues are called as pseudo-stratified columnar epithelial tissue, where pseudo means false. Sometimes in these columnar epithelial tissues, the spatial appearance occurs not in all the columnar epithelial tissues, but in certain regions only. There are certain hair-like projections are formed, which are known as cilia. Why these cilia are present in some columnar epithelial tissues? These cilia are related with the movement of the particles. Cilia is related with the movement of the particles. Example, it pushes the mucus forward to clear it and also pushing the food downwards in stomach from food pipe. So this is the special appearance which occurs in columnar epithelial tissue. Columnar epithelial tissues sometimes folds inwards to form multicellular glands. These multicellular glands are now called as glandular epithelium. These glandular epithelium are actually the special type of columnar epithelial tissues. So these glandular epithelium are actually related with the secretion of the substances. So glandular epithelium is a type of columnar epithelial tissues which covers the glands both exocrine and endocrine. Both exocrine and endocrine glands produce their secretions through the glandular epithelium by the help of special cells called as goblet cells. So goblet cells are actually related with the secretion of certain substances. So we can call this glandular epithelium as the special type of columnar epithelial tissues. This is all about epithelial tissues. In next class, we will be discussing about connective tissues.